Any questions from the audience? Yes?
I do, and I've been trying to figure out how to even ask this question because I'm fighting with trying to figure out what the problem is, but, I guess to the students, I wanna know if, like, your freshman year, did you have, struggles with people in your group not, showing up to an outside of the school project to do things, and does it get better? I mean, do the people that are not pulling their weight, do they ever get any better or get more in tune or more? I feel sometimes I just wonder, you know, if you struggle with that and if it gets better and how parents, I wonder how you support your kids through the frustration of the other kids not pulling their weight.
The thing is, once they get fired a couple of times from a group, they'll start showing up and doing their share. Because you had that how many times last year? People were constantly, she would stay up doing the project, her part of the project, and then she would come in the next day and so-and-so is nowhere to be found, or they didn't do it, they think it's funny, and they're fired, they're out.
Yeah.
So once they get fired a couple of times and their grade suffers, they learn to.
I guess I think this project that they're doing right now, there was no contract, the political one, and maybe it'll be different, you know, from here on out, but that's been the biggest frustration right now, is just trying to help my student, my child, deal with the lack of participation in the group.
I know that in the political project right now, they had the choice to make a contract and they didn't. And with the struggles that they've come across now, they will want to make a contract next time.
And
Also,
that's what I told
With the
them.
group projects like that, I mean, if they participate during class, but then they don't fulfill the stuff that they're supposed to be doing outside the class, if they get fired, whatever work that they've done towards that project stays with the project. So that's a big deal. You want to do all the work during school, and then all of a sudden you don't have anything because you got fired.
Adding on to what they said with the contract thing, it was a really big thing for us. We didn't know how to tell someone they're getting a warning or we are firing you from the group, because you don't want to lose that person as a friend or lose their respect for you. And I think it'll get better as it goes with how to handle giving you a warning or taking a warning. I think there is going to be some people that still aren't going to work outside of the group. I know me personally, our chemistry group, I just finished all of my project by myself. I was here until like 5:30 doing the rest of my chemistry project because no one else would help. So then that's when I step up and I start giving warnings. I'm the one that takes that step and deals with the action. And I kind of want to, not meaning like point out Mason or anything, he was in a group with me and we fired him. And this year, he is amazing with doing work. He steps up, he does his things, he has better grades than what he had last year.
Well done, Mason.
Thanks.
Well done, Mason.
Thanks.
Yes.
I'm really over here sitting back, chilled, and I dealt with this a lot, and I know parents, child comes home last minute, says, and my parents always ask me this, I always come home and be like, I need this done, can you help me with it? And they're like, oh, you have a group? I'm like, yeah. Like, so where's your group at? Not really here at the moment. And that's frustration. And not only is it frustrating on you, but you have to remember it's also frustrating on the student. And it's tough at times. And I guess that's the moments where you gotta lay down, I don't know how to say, you really just gotta put your foot forward and get it done. And there's times where you do like that. To answer your question, if it gets better, I don't know if it gets better, but my mom told me, and she's in insurance, and so she deals with a lot of people on a daily basis who aren't good, just collaborators who don't work well with other people. And she's been doing this for 4 years now, and she's told me, this is gonna happen. You will have this in any work environment you get. I'm betting parents, you all can agree with me. There's people who I'm guessing at work just aren't the greatest people to be around. So, and I don't know really how to put this.
Great point, Antonio. Great. All right. To answer your question, it gets better, but the trial and error. They chose not to do the contract. Next time they will, and then they'll hold people accountable.
Oh, yeah.
So,
And
yep,
I
yep.
told my daughter, I said, we talked last night after many tears and nervous breakdown. And I told her, I see that this is a huge life lesson. It's something that you're going to grow from it, and,
Right.
and you're totally learning that the next project, what you have to have in place,
Yep.
you know? And so I see a huge growth moment out of all this. So
Yeah.
I just was curious to know,
Right.
do the ones that, aren't, is there hope, that they're gonna, and it sounds like there is, so.
Not only that, it's a life lesson it's a life lesson,
It is, it
When you go
really
to work,
is.
you're gonna have people that are
Exactly.
not doing what they're supposed to be doing,
Exactly.
You might not be able to fire them, but.
How do you get a child to tell you anything?
How do you get your student to talk to
Yes.
you? I would say from the comments that we've had tonight, ask them questions.
Oh, he
Have-
puts up a shell,
A shell?
yes.
Really? I think your son would want to tell about his projects that he's doing. He won't?
When he, made that trail over there.
Right?
He told me that at the last minute, and he goes, I gotta go over there, Mom.
Right.
I go, okay, we'll go.
Right. Right.
And that's the only one he tells me about.
Yeah. Okay. I think I would be persistent and just say, hey, share what projects you're enjoying right now and what you're doing with that project and how's
Probably
it going.
because he thinks I'm stupid, I won't know anything.
No.
Keep trying to crack that shell.
Yep, just keep
trying to crack
trying.
it.
All right, Colton wanted to make a comment.
One thing, as an incoming freshman last year, I struggled with doing work outside of school, Hey, school's school, and my time alone is my time, I don't wanna do anything outside of school, so as the year went on, it did get a lot better. I finally realized, well, yeah, okay, this is a lot of work. I actually have to do something outside of school. And even if you have to go in the morning, I had to come in one time and I was like, oh my gosh, why am I here? I don't want to be here. But that helped me realize, well, okay, so I have to stay after or come in early to get my work done. So just that aspect, it does get better as they mature and realize and get fired, of course, a couple times, realizing that it's going to suck. So.
All right, we want to respect your time. Are there any other questions? Okay, the next step is, there's some Post-it notes here on the table. I know some of you have already picked them up. For Mrs. Esterline and myself to plan for our next Team Tech workshop, we would love for you to put your no's on the board and then your need to knows. Like, what did you learn tonight? What was beneficial? Okay, and then your need to knows of what we need to plan and support you for our next Team Tech meeting. Great job. Please help yourself to some more popcorn, but you're welcome to leave after that task is completed.